Well, welcome to Raised in Alaska. Today I'm going to go on a winter adventure with my snow machine. I'm going to take you to a trail I've not rode before. It starts out in the trees, as you can see, and I'm kind of hoping that we'll get to an opening. We'll go out, have lunch, come back, see what we see along the trail. But kind of the cool thing about this video here is I have my new Hero GoPro 11 that I'm taking along, and so I'm going to use that to capture footage today to see how that comes out. So come along for a fun adventure. Many times when you're running the rivers, you can sit down unless it's really mogully. This is pretty much standing up the whole time, maneuvering back and forth, so it's probably a little more work than I'm used to. Into the open, I've never been on this trail before, and so if it breaks out into the open, it should be gorgeous. If it stays kind of down in the swampy lowlands like this, then it's just going to be dodging trees for a long time, so we're running it out for a little bit. There's also not nearly the quantity of snow here in the other places I've been. And this is, I'm not to the ground, but at least I'm sinking up to my hips. This is a little bit nicer than usual. So this is a jacket that zips inside of a coat, and I'm going to take the jacket part out. I think I'll just run with this and see what happens. This has got Gore-Tex in it anyway, so it'll cut the wind. I think I'm going to try running without a helmet. That would be comfortable. I mean, it's not like you're going a million miles an hour in here. So I'm going to make some lunch. I'm going to build a little fire here, but before I do that, I'm going to run up and down next to this and try to pack this snow down so I can walk on it easy enough. The first thing I want to do is just be able to get into the main tree. Well, clearly I've got more than enough wood. So I'm going to process it down into like 3 or 4 foot pieces just to make, so I can make a fire out of it easier. Now at the beginning of this tree here, you can see there's a bunch of moss. I believe this stuff is pretty flammable. So we're going to get some of that. Wow, look at that, it's like gasoline. Get some bigger sticks on top of that, and hopefully the sticks will catch on fire. got these big rolls, because I don't really, hot dog buns seem so boring. That's gonna be my hot dog bun. Gourmet. Well, it's been a pretty nice morning. I kind of sort of think I like riding the rivers better where there's a little bit more space and you can see. On this trail here, you just haven't been able to see very far. You just kind of bump along. You know, it's a small trail that just weaves in and out of the trees. Okay, that is done. Check that out. Well, we're about halfway on this trip. And so after I finish my sausage dog here, we'll get heading back. I haven't shown you much on this trip because it's just going in and out of the trees. There's nothing super exciting, no great vistas. Well, I'll let this die down and scoop some snow on it, and then we'll get going. Well, it's really a pretty, I don't know, it's kind of a fun little trail. It's been a nice outing. I bumped into this trail a couple years ago, and I wondered at the time where it went. And so it's been on my to-ride list for probably 2 years. And so it's nice to ride it out. I didn't learn anything new. I probably won't come back and visit this trail again just because it just snakes through the trees and you don't get to see very much. I like going out where you can see vast spaces, and I think it's a lot prettier. This has got its own kind of prettiness, I guess, but it's not my favorite kind. So we'll keep going here. Still got a few miles to the truck. Most of the video clips in this video are going to be Hero 11 clips, except this angle right here is actually Hero 9 clips. And so I'll label them so you'll be able to tell. So when we switch back and forth, you'll be able to see. And I kind of want to see if there's a difference myself. Well, I've been wondering where that trail goes, and so now I know. Which is nice. Like I said earlier, I probably won't run that one again, but it's nice to know where that goes.